Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to February 12, 2008, meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority. Give you a roll call.
Authority members: Draymond.
Here.
Incy.
Here.
Dorian.
Here.
Marazian.
Here.
Quintero.
Here.
Yusefian.
Here.
Here. I have your report.
The agenda for the February 12, 2008 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, February 7, 2008, on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Thank you. What is next?
Your motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Moving seconds, and this is stand approved as submitted. Next, please.
Next is oral communication. Discussion is limited to items not part of this agenda. Each speaker is allowed 5 minutes. Members of the Housing Authority may question or respond to the speaker. There will be no debate or decision. The matter may be referred to staff through the Executive Director for an investigation and a report.
So I have one card, Herbert Milano.
Good afternoon, members of the Housing Authority and members of the City Council, City staff. My name is Herbert Milano. I want to talk today about a moral obligation that I feel this agency has to reduce the disparity in the way the city uses its tax money and how it is distributed. Since the year 2001, the cumulative amount of the salary increases from the general fund alone is over $180 million. So I'm assuming that tonight you will continue this trend by increasing salaries for the GMA by a 7% margin. The reason why I bring this up is because it is precisely at this time that we're having some very significant shortages of funds for the Community Development Block Grant. Today our city budget is nearly $700 million, the total budget, yet we do not provide sustainability to programs that are aimed at the weakest elements of our society. Those who live in census tracts where there are single-parent families and the earnings are below the poverty level, that's commonplace. The shrinking pool of money that serves people in those communities from the federal government, from HUD and CBDG money, is placing a significant strain in those organizations that are providing the services that these residents need. I propose that the City of Glendale provide 0.1% of its total budget every year as a consistent and sustainable base to support programs aimed at the most disadvantaged segments of this society. Programs that help disadvantaged families and youth, reduce the incidences of youth crime, and will save us significantly in the future in reduced police and intervention costs. Increasing the support of families in need of child care, allow parents to find steady jobs, and reduce the need for more expensive social services later. The money we need for the weakest elements of Glendale society should be compared to those funds that you so easily approve to the very highly paid, civil service protected managers. I ask you to place on the council agenda the immediate distribution of $1 million from the general fund to the CDBG fund. We are entering an economic recession, and the viability of the organizations that provide cost-effective assistance to the most fragile segments of our society need your support. Here's a way to restore the funding immediately without any additional taxes, basically by tightening the belt of the general fund and the funds that are basically being provided to these very significant and comfortable salaries that you are providing. But I have another idea. I think that we can provide some funding without the additional needs of providing money from the general fund, and that is by requesting that your office holder accounts be limited to $10,000, and any amounts over $10,000 be pulled together and given to the CDBG so they can then in turn distribute it. I think it will give us a good way of basically achieving two things: some type of campaign finance reform and a way of helping the CDBG groups with their funding that they need. That situation is very serious, and many of the organizations are clamoring for help. Right now, organizations are receiving more and more requests for funding. Many families are not able to afford child care, for example. We need to really address the needs of these segments of the community. It wasn't my thought at one time that the funding coming from HUD were supposed to be matching funds, but apparently they're not, because all the money basically just comes from the federal government. But I think that if we were to provide 0.1% of our total budget, it will be about $700,000 that we would provide on a yearly basis to truly create the type of support and perhaps even some of the accountability and audit that needed to make sure that they're truly effective. So that's my suggestion for today. Thank you.
I have no more cards, or communications closed. Next, please.
Any authority member or staff comments?
Yes, I want to thank the council for reappointing me to the Housing Authority.
We did?
That sneaked by you, Dave. The thing that I was thinking, the other day I was walking out, and one of our members said to me, "We do good work." And I was thinking over the years I've been on the Housing Authority, when you think of all, we were working with senior projects that are running beautifully. We were working with low-income projects that are, design, they're award-winning design-type places that we build and helping. We are working with low-income families. That is the big thing right now, where families are working but can't afford a house. Not only our first-time homeowner buyers program, but also what we have going now, where we have projects near transportation centers, and this type of thing that has really added to our community, and we've helped a lot of people. Habitat for Humanities, we have a wonderful relationship with them. So I just wanted to mention in that I really enjoy being on the Housing Authority. I think we do good work, and we continue to do so. But I thank you.
Very
They'll
welcome.
keep you here for another 2 years.
Another 2 years.
Okay, with that, what's next?
Move to adjourn.